Hello, beautiful people of the fragrance community. Mike here with iSMELL. Hope this video is finding you well. For those of y'all who are not already aware of who I am or what we do here on iSMELL, allow me to introduce myself. Again, my name is Mike, and I am in fact a professional fragrance reviewer. And by professional fragrance reviewer, what I mean is that I buy fragrances, smell them, and then give my completely subjective opinions on them. If that is something that you think you would be interested in, I am going to encourage you to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Not only does it strengthen the YouTube algorithm, it also ensures that you're able to stay tuned in to future content that I upload. Okay, so as I stated in my last video, I am what you would call a frugal fragrance collector. And what I mean by frugal fragrance collector is that given the option to pay less for a fragrance that smells damn near identical to a more expensive fragrance, I'm inclined to go the more cost-effective route. And that is essentially the concept of this video today. We are going to be taking a cost-effective fragrance and we are going to be comparing it to a more expensive fragrance because a lot of people seem to think that these two fragrances smell alike. Today I'm going to be comparing Green Sapphire by Samy Andraus to a more expensive fragrance that a lot of people seem to think it smells a lot alike, and that's Bleecker Street by Bond number 9. We have quite a bit of information to get through in this review, you guys. I'll see y'all on the other side of the intro. Okay, so just a little bit of history for each one of these fragrances. Just be aware that Bleecker Street is a fragrance that was released in 2005, whereas Green Sapphire by Samy Andraus was released in 2021. They are both EDPs, so having said that, you can anticipate really good performance with each one of these fragrances as the concentration of oils is going to be higher. Just be aware that both of these fragrances share a laundry list of notes. Some of those notes will include blueberry, cassis, thyme, cinnamon, jasmine, cedar, suede, oak moss, vanilla, and patchouli. On top of those 10 notes that they already share, Bleecker Street will have some additional notes. Some of those notes will include violet, amber, and caramel. So yes, a ton of notes we're talking here in Green Sapphire, a ton of notes in this little 30 ml bottle. As is the case with all of Samy's fragrances, specifically speaking about the Sapphire line, they will mean to emulate, be a clone, or a dupe of a more expensive fragrance. In this case, it is going to be Bleecker Street from Bond number 9. And thumbs up, Samy did a magnificently awesome job in his emulation of Bleecker Street. Out of all of the Sapphire that I have smelt thus far, this one is the closest, the most one-to-one interpretation of the more expensive fragrance that it's meaning to emulate. So thumbs up, great job, Samy on Green Sapphire. Okay, so let's talk about the price as well as the availability for both of these fragrances. I'll start first with Bleecker Street. Just be aware that it is readily available. You can go to certain outlets, certain vendors to purchase this as well as retail. The entry price point for Bleecker Street for a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle will be approximately $250, and it is going to go up from there. So it's not going to sell out or anything. It has been around since 2005, and you can go to multiple vendors. It's readily available. Just be aware that it's not going to be as accessible to a lot of people because that price point of $250 is a lot of money for tons of people. On the other hand, you have Green Sapphire, which is a catch-22 in and of itself, as he's only charging you $30 for 30 mils. However, when I checked the site, I noticed that there were only 2 bottles available. So if Bleecker Street is something that you've always wanted to try, or if this scent profile in general does intrigue you, maybe hop on it before they sell out, because I'm not aware of how often Samy restocks or if he restocks in general. Be advised, this is not a sponsored video. I'm not a shill. I don't get paid anything if you buy Samy's fragrances. I'm just saying in general, I checked the website for you guys and it said there were only 2 bottles left. So if you want this fragrance, if this is a fragrance that piques your interest, why not just go ahead and cop it for $30? It's not a huge risk, you guys. And I've already told you, this one out of all the Sapphires is the one that closest resembles the fragrance that it means to emulate. So in general, I don't see either one of these as challenging scents. Just be aware that green sapphire means to emulate a niche scent, and niche scents tend to not gravitate towards being mass appealing for the mass consumer. They are very specific scent profiles geared to create a type of scent profile that makes somebody smell unique. That's the whole purpose of niche. When you wear niche, you're wearing a scent profile that no one else is going to smell like your everyday person, and that is going to be the case with green sapphire as well as Bleecker Street. It is not a challenging scent. However, it is a scent that you're not going to be used to. It smells quite different than your mass appealing green type scent, you guys. If you're expecting cool water or green Irish tweed and then you get this on a blind buy purchase, you're going to be disappointed, in all honesty. Also be aware that green sapphire as well as Bleecker Street are daytime fragrances which evoke hot weather wearing, and so being that we are now in September moving into fall weather, this may not be a fragrance that you want. If you want to spend your hard-earned money, if you only have limited resources and you're only looking for select fragrances, this may not be the one, because this is more of a spring and summertime fragrance, to be completely honest with you guys. Okay, so the overall demeanor for both of these fragrances is sunny and lighthearted. It is essentially green in nature. Just be aware that this fragrance is very dry, it's very bitter, it's slightly sour, and it's super astringent, you guys. This is a synthetic scent in and of itself. Imagine a bar of Irish Spring soap, a fresh bar of Irish Spring soap, and then just make it super synthetic, super bitter, super dry, super pungent, super astringent. It is going to cut. People are going to be able to smell you. It does last a long time. However, this is not a naturally occurring scent profile. Out of all those notes in this fragrance, none of those notes particularly stand out. In my honest, complete opinion, I feel like all those notes are jumbled together and just thrown at you. It's a very sharp fragrance, you guys, but in its weird way, it's quite pleasant. Okay, so how this is gonna work, similar to the last video, I have 2 scent strips that I will spray the opening, and then I have 2 scent strips with the dry down already dried down. It's been about 3 hours. We are going to spray both of the scent strips in the opening, and I'm going to tell you what I smell upon the opening, if I can smell any differences, and then I will do a blind smell. I then will follow suit with the dry down. I will start first with the Bleecker Street. And now I will spray the green sapphire. And if you can tell, I have gotten very familiar with Bleecker Street before this video. I wanted to have an accurate idea what this fragrance was about so that I could properly convey it to y'all. You can smell it in the air. It smells very good, you guys. It smells very good. I like the way it smells. I know when I say astringent, sharp, dry, bitter, sour, those might be things that turn you off, but in some weird way, it just works. Yo, they smell exactly the same to me. They smell about 95% the same to me. So when I do the blind smell test, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to tell these 2 fragrances apart, you guys. Just be aware that out of all the sapphires that I've smelled thus far, green sapphire is the closest to the fragrance that it means to emulate. So if you want a proper clone, green sapphire is legit, you guys. With brown sapphire, I can tell the differences as it relates to the fragrances that it means to emulate. With blue sapphire, I can tell the difference with the fragrances that it means to emulate. And with white sapphire, which I will talk about in my next video, I'm not gonna tell you yet. Here's Bleecker Street. Here is white sapphire. Okay, I do not know which one is which, you guys, I promise you. Alright, you guys, if I had to guess, I would say this one was green sapphire just because it's slightly stronger and slightly sharper, and that this one was Bleecker Street. Am I right? No, see, look, I can't tell the difference between them. Honestly, you guys, I can't tell the difference between these two fragrances. So great job, Samy. You did an amazing job, bro. I can't tell the difference. So I have the dry down. Yo, I cannot tell the difference. I'm gonna say that this is the green Sapphire just because it's slightly stronger and Samy's fragrances do perform. Nope, I'm wrong again, you guys. So, in both cases, I would say that they are so close that it's too close to call. Therefore, $30 you can get Bleecker Street versus $250 you can get Bleecker Street. Spend $250 if you're a frag head and you like the pretty bottle with all the jewels on it that looks tie-dye and you want to be cool. Otherwise, just spend $30. I'm just going to spend $30. And my experience with the Sapphire line is that they are all fire. I've yet to be disappointed with any of his fragrances so far. So my overall thoughts are that if you want to achieve a scent profile similar to Bleecker Street from Bond number 9, but you don't want to pay $200 to $350, just get the green Sapphire. Just be aware that he has limited stock, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to get the fragrance by the time you watch this. I will leave a link to his website. Just check out his fragrances. He has a ton of them. He has a ton of fragrances. Some are original creations and other ones are inspired fragrances. So I would encourage you just check out his website. Mind you guys, I don't get paid 1 penny for hyping Samy Andraus, which as much as I'm doing right now, I probably should. But he gave me these fragrances for free, so like there you go. Thank you, Samy. You did a great job with green Sapphire specifically. All right, you guys, so that is green Sapphire and Bleecker Street compared and contrasted in a nutshell. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoy fragrance related content specifically, I am going to ask you one last time to subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me, guys. I'm now at close to 175 subscribers. Trust me, I do not take your time for granted. I really appreciate that you would spend any time out of your day watching me. That concept still blows my mind. But nonetheless, thank you, you guys. We're well on our way to 200, and I am going to do another giveaway as soon as I get to 200, maybe even a full bottle. I was also thinking about sending some of y'all the Z Creator decants. I'm not quite sure. I haven't conceptualized how I want to do that. My next video will include white Sapphire, and I will be comparing it with Hassavat from Nishane, so please do stay tuned for that. Until next time, you guys, y'all take care. Stay safe. Bye.